back in town. A homestand starts tonight. Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Great tailgating scene as always. They just closed the roof a matter of moments ago, and we're set up for a great night of baseball. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers, division rivals out of the National League Central. Game one of a three-game series here tonight. With that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson along with Bill Schroeder. We'll hear from Sophia Minnaert in just a moment. What a tasty matchup we have to start this series. Paul Skenes against Brandon Woodruff. Let's start with Brandon Woodruff. He was excellent his last time out against Miami.
I mean, the velocity really hasn't been there for him this year, but he did hit 96, 97 against the Marlins. He's been dotting the I with a fastball. He's been throwing 3 different fastballs this year, and the incredible changeup. The changeup has been a difference maker for Woody. The other thing is he dominates the Pittsburgh Pirates in 17 starts against the Pirates, an 8-3 record, 4 walks, 20 strikeouts so far this year, coming off 2 great starts, including that one in Miami. I mean, he's back to where he was a few years ago before he got injured, minus the velocity. So he's learned how to pitch with less velocity, throwing strikes with fastballs and getting swings and misses.
On the other side of the mound, it's Paul Skenes. This is one of the headliners, not just for the Pirates, but in the game of baseball, Ron.
And again, the Brewers have had their way with him somewhat. I mean, if you could call it that. He's 1-2 against the Brewers in 3 starts. He gave up 8 earned runs in 15 innings in 3 starts here at American Family Field, but it wasn't all his fault. I mean, he didn't have very good defense in those games. He has been outstanding. Last year's Cy Young Award winner. 2 years ago, Rookie of the Year. He's got 6 pitches, including what he calls a splinker. We'll see how that is going to be able to get into the repertoire against the Brewers today. But back-to-back games for the Brewers. I mean, luck of the draw or unluck of the draw. You got Tarek Struble and now Skenes. So we'll see how the Brewers are going to be able to fare tonight.
First time in Major League history that a team has to face the reigning Cy Young Award winners in each league. What did the Brewers do to deserve such luck? We call you the Splinker, Rock. You know that behind your back?
Yeah.
That's what we do. Paul Skenes, Brandon Woodruff. Game one of this 3-game series. We're going to check in with Sophia, who has Bryce Turang as we get ready to play ball tonight. First divisional matchup of the season on Brewers TV.
Bet you can't.
Listen up, Wisconsin.
This is as good as there is.
Woodruff defiant with the fastball.
Swing and a miss. He's unbelievable.
This guy's as good as anybody in the league.
What a performance. What a night.
In there, bullseye.
He struck him out. Let him have it.
What an outing today for Brandon Woodruff.
102 on his final pitch of the day.
And he's just rearing back and firing away with the heater.
This is so entertaining to watch.
We're back at American Family Field. Brewers and Pirates. The Brewers back from the road trip, opening up a 6-game homestand. And finally, a National League Central opponent as they're getting ready to face Paul Skeens and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sophia Minnaert joined here by Brice Turang. And Brice, you are very familiar with Paul Skeens. You were a teammate of his at the World Baseball Classic. You've gone 2 for 10 with a homer against him. You know his stuff. What are the challenges facing him?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously proven himself to be a really good pitcher, and you just got to go out there and compete with him. You know, you stick to your game plan, trust in yourself, go compete, and put up quality at bats, make him throw strikes, and yeah, you just got to go up there and compete.
What can you draw from those previous at bats?
Yeah, you learn every at bat. You learn from. You make adjustments, and you get better at each and every time. So.
Brandon Woodruff's on the mound. Go get him.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Our thanks to Brice Turang on the Wells Fargo Active Mic, and one of the great players in the infield in the game of baseball. Brice Turang taking his position at second base tonight. Brewers rely on a very good defense. Brandon Woodruff is a guy that utilizes that defense more these days than he did back in his upper 90s fastballs days. He's become a full all-around pitcher, and he's coming off a great outing against the Marlins his last time out. They just closed up the roof. It's been open most of the day, but they sealed it up tight for this Friday night affair. Brewers in their City Connect unis here tonight. Potawatomi Sportsbook lineup for Don Kelly and the Pittsburgh Pirates. O'Neill Cruz, all 6 feet 7 inches of him. He leads all. Brandon Lowe, then Brian Reynolds. Marcell Ozuna, Ryan O'Hearn, Nick Gonzalez in the middle with Spencer Horwitz. Connor Griffin celebrating his 20th birthday today. He's 20. He's a first rounder who's in the big leagues. And Henry Davis rounding out the starting 9. Pirates got a lot of talent, Rock. Brandon Woodruff knows that. And Brandon off to a very good start this year and a big comeback season for him.
Yeah, last 2 starts for Woody have been outstanding. 2 earned runs in his last 2 starts. That's 13 innings of work. He's been dominating the Pirates in his career. 17 starts. He's got an 8-3 record, and he has been outstanding here at American Family Field. His career record in this ballpark, 30-9 with a 284 earned run average. Picked up a win against the Marlins, as we talked about when we came on the air. Let's check out the Landmark Credit Union defense behind Woodruff here this evening. You got Lockridge, Mitchell, and Frelick in the outfield. Rengifo and Bowers on the corners. Hamilton, Turang up the middle. And William Contreras pushing the buttons for Woody here tonight.
4-man umpiring crew in place. Tom Hanahan will call the balls and strikes. The crew chief is over at first base. Scott Barry. Manny Gonzalez at second, and Jacob Metz is the third base umpire. And we start a nice homestand here. Brewers welcome in the Pirates and the Diamondbacks. It'll be a 6-gamer across the 7 days, and a weekend series inside the National League Central. We are ready to go. First pitch presented by Aurora Healthcare. Brandon Woodruff to O'Neill Cruz. First one swung on and missed, and we're off and running here at American Family Field. It is Star Wars night here in the ballpark. Rock already has broken out the Mandalorian helmets. I'm not sure where those disappeared to, but they're here somewhere. Little pop-up. Foul grounds. Rengifo. Nice running catch to start the day.
Yeah, that's a big out. I mean, you're talking about a hot hitter in O'Neill Cruz with the home runs. He steals bases. Good guy to keep off the base paths.
Cruz has been extremely hot lately as well. So a big out to get right out of the gates, and now it'll be Brandon Lowe. To your point, Rock, about the Pirates, which you discussed in the pregame show, they have kind of added some veteran pieces around these great young talents that they've assembled through the years in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and this is one of them. Brendan Lowry's got 7 home runs. He and O'Neill Cruz provide most of the power for this ball club. You got Marcell Ozuna, Ryan O'Hearn, and of course the Brewer killer Brian Reynolds is back. Yeah, but this is a pretty good offense. They like to score early in games. One of the top teams in scoring runs in the first inning.
Now they lead Major League Baseball in first inning run differential. They have scored first. The Pirates have in 5 of the last 6 games. And they are +8 in their first inning run differential. They've scored first 17 times this year, which is the best mark in all of baseball in the National League.
And so the way to beat the Pirates is to get on the board first.
Brewers have been a good comeback team this year. Coming back from early deficits, they'd rather not be in them, but they've done a nice job. 0-2 pitch is in there. Called strike 3.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about when we came on the air talking about Woodruff. I mean, he might not be throwing 97. That was 93 right on the corner. I mean, the command for Woodruff has been impeccable. Particularly in his last 3 or 4 starts. It's been right there on the edges. He's got the 3 fastballs, the cutter, the sinker, the 4-seamer, and the changeup all working well.
His first strikeout of the game. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Brian Reynolds. Despite the Brewers' success against the Pirates, and Milwaukee won 10 of 13 last year in the season series, it just feels like Brian Reynolds has been the one guy that has torched Brewer pitching.
Yeah, for years, right?
O'Neill Cruz is grabbing all the offensive headlines for the Pirates this season, but Reynolds still a major weapon. Numbers are a little down from where he'd like to be, hitting .253 with 3 homers, 16 driven in. OPS is low for Reynolds standard at .769.
It's always been Brian Reynolds, the guy you have to be aware of where he's at in the lineup late in the game, but now the Pirates have a few guys in that category. It's a tough offense.
Brandon Woodruff has thrown nothing but fastballs in this first inning. And that is another fastball that just missed. 1-2. So he's got 9 pitches, 9 heaters, similar to a start against the Marlins last week. That's his arsenal. Heavy usage of that fastball. And the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. How about that, Rock? Nothing but gas from Brandon Woodruff. 10 straight fastballs. Speaking of petrol, here comes big Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates.
And a blue moon.
Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Good crowd filing in on a Friday night. Brewers and Pirates starting to warm up too. Temperatures were near 70 today. Potawatomi Sportsbook batting order with Terang, Contreras, and Jake Bauers ready to start it against Paul Skeens. Skeens is must-see TV every time he starts a game. And Rock, we've kind of gotten away a little bit from the, the headliner starter that used to look at the probables the day before. Skeens is bucking that trend though in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, when he's on the mound, I mean, you got to get here and watch him go to work. Sometimes it appears as though he's just toying with hitters. He's got that kind of confidence in all of his pitches. He hasn't given up hardly anything in his last 4 starts. Last 4 starts have been incredible.
And his first start of the year against the Mets could have gone a lot better had his defense picked him up a little bit. Skeens giving up 5 earned runs against the Mets and did not get out of the first on opening day. He has only given up 3 earned runs in the last 4 games since then. And he's covered a lot of innings. His last start was cut short by rain. As Turang with a swing and a miss, and that's how the night begins for Skeens. Gassed him up with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, let's check out a Miller time game plan. Well, attack early. I mean, you want to wait around. If you get a pitch you like early in the count, you better not let it go by. You better attack it and not miss it, because the deeper you get into the count, you never know what this guy's going to throw to you. So attack Skeens early and get on the board first against these Pirates.
Sound the trumpets for William Contreras. His familiar walk-up music gets everybody fired up, and he's up there hacking as well. Skeens does get a lot of early swings. I mean, it's the whole principle, just like every ace who's ever pitched in this game. You got to take your shots when you can. You know they're going to be around the strike zone with electric stuff.
Man, he's got 6 pitches that he's not afraid to throw at any point, so you never know what you're going to get.
And he's quickly 0-2 on Contreras. That's the splitter right there at 95.
The changeup, the splinker. He's got a cutter. He's got all kinds of stuff he's going to throw at you. It's almost as if he's having fun out there, trying to see what he can do and what kind of pitches he can use to get you out.
He's got the world by the tail right now to be that young and that talented. Contreras pops this up. Back in the grass is the shortstop Griffin. And 2 men are out here in the first inning. There's the mix. The splinker is not represented here. It is that combination between the sinking fastball and the split finger pitch. He splits the grip and he tails it away from left-handed hitters.
It's all about the velocity right on that pitch. I mean, he's got a name for it. I mean, when you throw like he does, he can name anything he wants.
And they're pretty good about it. Major League Baseball is about naming the pitches how the particular pitcher, the individual, wants it named. Jake Bauers in the number 3 spot in the batting order tonight for Pat Murphy. And that one's in there for a strike. Bauers with 5 homers. He and Gary Sanchez tied for the club lead in long balls with 5. All of Bauers' homers have been here at home. He's driven in 15.
Splitter at 94. You don't see many split-fingered fastballs at that velocity.
2 balls and a strike. And that one's in there. I would say, this is just amateur opinion here, if it's a splitter, registered as a splitter on the StatCast, and it's 94, 95, that's the splinker you're talking about.
I would say. Yeah.
That's hard to throw a true splitter that hard.
Well, can you identify on the pitch tracks 6 different pitches?
We can go to 7 if you want.
At some point.
Long as you know, you're the one driving this bus. Changeup misses. 3-2 to Bauers.
So it's funny that you would say off speed when he's throwing it at 94.
Yeah, it's it's got velocity to it. It's
You're not sure what it is. It's just an off speed.
3-4 miles an hour off his fastball. Not really off speed. He's a big man on the mound too. Big presence. And a swing and a miss. There's the splitter. Strikes out Bauers. 2 Ks in the first inning, and Skeens and Woodruff off to 1-2-3 beginnings here.
Here they come.
We bring Inside American Family Field courtesy of Wirecam, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Today's game produced by Brent Reeland, the Golden Boy, and directed by Lindsay Ploget and our terrific Brewers TV crew. It's great to be home. Good to see the Brewers back in their home uniforms. City Connects here tonight.
Very good to be back at the ballpark. I was watching your shows in Miami. Well done, partner. Of course, you don't need to hear that. You know that, right?
Marcell Ozuna leads off. I could feel your presence.
I was watching.
All those nice text messages you sent, all those encouragement, criticism. And we don't need Twitter or X. We just have Rock.
Yeah.
He's our ombudsman. Did you know that was your title when the team's on the road?
I don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
Woodruff 3 up, 3 down, first inning. Ozuna, very familiar face. Time with the Cardinals. Obviously, he and Yelich, good pals, came up with the Miami Marlins. How about that outfield in Miami at one point with Yelich, Ozuna, and then known as Mike Stanton.
Yeah.
Now known as Giancarlo Stanton.
Right. Yeah. Ozuna off to a bit of a slow start. Only 2 homers. Hitting under 200, but you figure he's going to get it going at some point.
Never been a fast starter, Ozuna. Brewers are hoping to keep it that way before he leaves town. Close pitch. Fastball misses. Fastball velocity 93-94 here in the early going for Woodruff. That's been about on par with where he's been this year. He did pop a 96 in Miami on a strikeout pitch. Brandon said he's not worried at all about velocity. He is 100% not curious about it. He knows how the ball feels out of his hand, whether he's commanding or not, and that's really all that matters. And he uses the fastball, even though it's 92-93, up in the strike zone effectively.
Like that.
That's all he needs right there. And he's using a lot of fastballs in this game. A 7-pitch sequence against Ozuna. Picks up his 3rd consecutive strikeout.
Up and in at 92 miles an hour, getting Ozuna to swing and miss. All fastballs. Gets that one right by him. You know, the pitch before was right down the middle of the plate. And Ozuna fouled it off. Something about the delivery, I would imagine.
He's thrown 17 pitches. All but 3 of them have been fastballs, and add 1 more to it as he misses to Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn is another name in this Pirates lineup that is off to a great start. He's hitting .325. He's 3rd in the National League in batting. He's 6th in Major League Baseball in batting average. 4 homers, 16 RBIs. This lineup plays. There's a lot more depth in this lineup, Rock, than what we've seen over the last few years from the Pirates.
And they got the veterans that kind of solidified things in that lineup.
Strike on the edge, another fastball, but a challenge here from O'Hearn.
Probably going to win it.
Tom Hanahan initiating the challenge. Let's see.
Pitch the ball. First base and challenge. They have 2 remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Tom Hanahan's announcement a little choppy there. You know, we're grading umpires on the delivery of the messaging.
Seemed a little irritated, didn't he?
He did. Don't challenge me.
Yeah.
He thought about challenging that one. He would have lost that had he challenged. That one's right on the edge.
Umpires have been handling that pretty well, according to those that talk to the umps about it.
2-2 the count. And a fly ball into left field, fairly deep but playable. And Mitchell makes the call in the catch for out number 2.
Got that one down on the trademark a bit. Didn't really get good extension on it. 93 up in the zone. A lot of fastballs early, first time through. Then I would imagine he's going to break out the changeup.
Pirates appear to be a team, like many teams in baseball right now, hunting off speed. Here is Nick Gonzalez. And another fastball. This was the sinker that time. That's the one that bites down in the zone. Gonzalez on the ground to short. And what do you know? Another fastball. 21 of them already for Brandon Woodruff. He's out there just raring back and firing. He's from Mississippi, Ron. Good old country hardball, huh?
Big woo.
And the Supper Club is open all weekend long. In case you're just joining us, Tyler Black is up. He's been recalled from AAA Nashville, one of two moves that the Brewers made earlier today. They've also recalled the lefty Shane Drowan from Nashville. The corresponding moves there, Carlos Rodriguez and Luis Matos was designated for assignment. So with Tyler Black, he's been playing really well with Nashville. 10 games for him, a .282 average, 10 home runs. We've seen Black for 23 games in parts of the last two seasons, and he was dealing with a shoulder injury that caused him to miss 10 days, but he said he's feeling much better, swinging the bat better since returning from that injury. And then for Shane Drowan, we got to see him come up and make his major league debut back on April 8th against Boston. So he's providing just some, length and some multiple innings from the bullpen out there, guys.
Well, there's great options in AAA. Thanks, Sophia. Rock, the AAA ball club has seen that pathway to Milwaukee. They have produced, and good to see Black back and healthy as he grounds out to start this second inning. But that's where the organizational depth comes in play. That's why the Brewers, with all of their key injuries, are sitting here at 13-11, and they're having to keep pace in a very tough Central Division right now, and they're doing that.
And they're doing that with a lot of their big guns out of the lineup. So all they got to do is keep their heads above water until these guys come back. But as far as Tyler Black goes, he doesn't have anything to prove in AAA, in the minor league. He just has to figure out how to get it done here at the major league level. That's all going to come down to playing time. Maybe this is going to be an opportunity for him to get some at-bats.
Rengifo jumps on one, pulls it foul, and Skeens ahead of him 0-2 quickly. Rengifo started to swing the bat on the road trip. He had a nice series in Miami and ended up with 6 hits and 19 at-bats on the road trip with a couple of RBIs. He broke an 0-for-20 slump at the plate in Miami. So good to get Rengifo somewhat back to normal. I'll tell you, for any hitter, though, facing Skubal and Skeens back-to-back, that can send you in a tailspin.
Well, and again, I mean, the Brewers historically have handled, some of the best pitchers in the game pretty well. And we talked about the numbers for Skeens against the Brewers.
Little tapper going to be a tough play here. Lau flips it. No problem to get Rengifo. Nice easy hop for him.
Sometimes they rise to the occasion when nobody's really counting on them. When you're facing the two guys that they have to face yesterday and today.
I like what Bryce Terang told Sophia right before he ran onto the field to start the game. You look at it as a challenge, and these guys they're all alpha dogs. You don't make it to the big leagues without being an alpha. And I think they all look forward to an opportunity against the game's best, knowing it will not be easy. And they got the reaction out of Tarik Skubal yesterday when he was taken out of the game that you dream about.
Yeah.
He was furious in that Tigers dugout. That means you've done something.
They had him beat until the end. Oof, that was a shame.
Tough loss for the Brewers yesterday. Hope they can flush that one away. Kind of the nature of the game. Put those tough losses behind you.
Yeah, one thing you know when you're facing guys like Skeens is you're going to get strikes to hit. I mean, they're going to be tough strikes to hit, but they're going to be over the plate. Doesn't walk many. 7 walks is all. Same thing with Skubal. Some of the best. They don't walk guys.
Mitchell in an 0-2 count. A lot of hitters have been down 2 strikes quickly already.
You just hope to foul off the tough pitches and wait for a mistake. That normally doesn't come too often with these guys.
Here's a 1-2, and it's 2-2 now. Last 8 games, look at the run of pitching that the Brewers have faced. Opening day starters, aces, and in this case with Skubal and Skeens, the Cy Young Award winners, as he puts Mitchell away with a big fastball at 98 miles an hour. 6 in a row retired for both Skeens and Woodruff. We move along quickly here. We go to the 3rd.
In the USA.
Nah, he would stomp that thing's head in. It would have to be something else.
No. Actually, I think Ken's onto something. That's just so formulaic. I feel like that's right up Disney's alley.
It's painful and accurate.
Besides, Doom Guy does have a soft spot for cute things after all. Canonically, He had a rabbit called Daisy.
All done.
Is that what the Animal Crossing crossover came in?
Oh, Isabel? I think that was all fan fiction right there. I don't think any of that was official.
Oh, those cowards.
I think it's just like Animal Crossing New Horizons was like new, and everyone was like, "Oh, Isabel's so cute and great." And Doom Eternal was also new, and they're like, "Wouldn't this be funny if we just made 100
Doom Crossing
pieces of art?"
Eternal Horizons.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and I'm recording.
Oh, I should do that
I gotta
too.
get there.
I'm recording.
I'm working on eating my dinner.
I'm gonna get a good grade in recording class. A
I
thing
think
that is reasonable to want and possible to achieve.
I think I may have failed to record the last session.
I am now recording. And how can the DM fail on recording? That's just messed up, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I was trying to look at my old recording for stuff for the last time, the recap, and I couldn't find it anywhere on my computer.
You were just all hyped up in what we were talking about, and then just kind of jumped right in. I am ready whenever you are.
I'm ready. I'm just boosting my rent right now.
All right. I feel like right. Yeah, I do have a thing that I do. An order
thing that you do?
I have an order of operations.
And if you
That's
get it
everything.
wrong, that's 3 lashes.
Bork will yell at you.
Yeah. Welcome viewers to AED&D. That's it. AED&D.
Nuh-uh.
We have
You're gonna get some 3 lashings. He's fucking nailing it, and you have to interrupt him.
Yeah, a little bit.
the lying man bear.
What's up?
But yeah, has it been at least a week since we were on hiatus?
2, I believe.
2.
Yeah, because the storm, and then wasn't there one before that?
I think there may have been. Either way, my memory fails me as it often does, but it feels like it's been forever. But thankfully, I have a recap set up. So, before I get to that, I'll introduce the players. Anybody who's new, we have Kif Nurgasplurgen playing as Sledgehammer Disco. We have
Dynamite.
Man Bear playing as Frequency, and we have Bork playing as Sparkstorm.
That's right.
I'm surprised he's not currently eating tacos.
I just finished. Didn't you hear me
Where's
say I'm
my
going to
chocolates?
clean up?
Oh, I figured you were cleaning up for something else. Usually you're eating tacos during the introduction.
Told him he was going to throw off the listeners by eating them early.
I also remembered the fact that we're supposed to do, like, I'm supposed to do some warehouse hunting, and knowing Donnie, he would have put that first, and then I'd be having a role play while stuffing my face full of tacos.
Yeah,
That's good. Then I can stuff my face full of sub while you roleplay.
yeah. I'm gonna be what do you say? Riffing it this entire time. I don't have anything planned. I mean, I got the warehouses, but like, that's not crazy.
It's just unusual for you to not have things planned.
I mean, a warehouse could be crazy, but I'll keep those thoughts to myself.
Please do.
Unless you guys somehow fit in the jailbreak tonight.
Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't even know what day of the week it is.
I think it's supposed to be technically Sunday.
No.
Though it feels like we've done a lot in one day.
That's right. It's Sunday because the sub shop isn't open.
Because you had to convince the pirates to buy the sub.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of just stealing it.
Because
like pirates.
we're supposed to go on the raid on Monday, and so we're like, all right, well, we have to figure this out before we go.
Dude, these past 2 days have been a month. Holy shit. The amount of stuff we've packed into these couple days.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like one of those DBZ episodes where they're like, 10 seconds until the world ends. Then you have like 17 episodes in those 10 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly. But speaking of packing a lot of shit in a small amount of time, allow me to eat up half this episode's runtime with the recap.
Okay.
Just kidding. It's probably not that long, but it's pretty long. So last time on Powerless, our heroes left Jarhead's place after dealing with Supremo and the Lizard Punks. Before doing anything else, Sledgehammer Disco checked his police updates and something stood out to him. Police were reporting angry forming at 2 locations. The reality of what is happening in Briceville has begun to set in, and unrest has begun to boil over as crowds were forming outside the Giz Mansion and outside General Justice's house. The group looked more closely into these reports and saw that people were upset that Gadget Man hadn't stopped Colonel Carnage yet. In fact, he hasn't been sighted in weeks. Desperate for the return of the city's champion, people have flocked to the Giz Mansion, angrily demanding he at least show up. As for the mob outside, the Justice Estate, they were demanding that Force do more to help Brightsville. To many, it appeared as if Force was idle or indifferent to the suffering of the people. Some rioters were even throwing objects at the mansion. Eventually, a person did exit. It was Angelica Justice. She seemed somewhat disoriented, and one of the rioters took that chance to lob an object at her. General Justice exited his house just in time to block the object and shield his daughter. And when he turned to the crowd, he sort of quelled them with just a single ominous glare. After seeing all that, the group decided to split up. Frequency didn't care about the angry crowd outside the Giz Mansion, but it did give him an idea. He could just get Gadget Man to safeguard the briefcase for them, and then our heroes wouldn't need to deal with Despero for the foreseeable future. Frequency ran all the way to the Giz Mansion and slipped through the secret entrance behind the waterfall.
I gotta pause you for a second.
Yep.
Wasn't my idea. Both Sparkstorm and Disco were like, here, and gave me the case. I had no choice in the matter.
Ah.
Damn straight.
So it wasn't Frequency's idea. Really feels like something Frequency would have come up with, though. Anyways, bridled with this task, Frequency ran all the way to the Giz Mansion and slipped through the secret entrance behind the waterfall. Once inside the Gizmo Grotto, he found Gadget Man in the central chamber. Gadget Man seemed unconcerned with the angry crowds or even the safety of the Giz Mansion, as he was wholly committed to the mission of restoring Gizmo Girl's data. Frequency tried to convince Gadget Man to lock away the suitcase in his cave while also denying himself access to it. Gadget Man was willing to safeguard the case, but he scoffed at the notion of preventing his own access to something he was being tasked to protect. Frequency decided that he didn't need Gadget Man's permission and asked Sparkstorm to hack the systems in the cave so that the suitcase would be contained, and Gadget Man wouldn't have access. And he did that. Sparkstorm's just too good at tech, it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, like a nat 20.
As for the rest of the gang, Sledge and Gunshow, Big Iron for now, acted as peacekeepers and held back the mob so that Sparkstorm could enter the Justice Mansion. Since he was a close friend of Angelica, he was allowed entry, and upon entering, he noticed General Justice being interviewed by a news crew within his living room, presumably assuring the people that Force had things under control, although Sparkstorm didn't bother eavesdropping. With a quick acknowledgement, the General greeted Sparkstorm and pointed him toward Angelica's room, before resuming his interview. There, Sparkstorm reunited with Angelica and gave her the bracelet he had been holding onto. It was a heartfelt reunion, as each thought the other was dead. Angelica spent some time explaining what had happened with her team in Duet. She explained that Gadget Man had indeed encountered her team and nearly wiped them out. But each member had managed to survive in their own way. She and Sparky were trapped inside one of Gadget Man's black hole attacks, but they were both durable enough to barely survive. The radical hunk had briefly died, but the brown recluse had some power that helped to stabilize him. Alloy Man was actually completely destroyed, but a new one had already been built by Dr. Malice. As for Killjoy, she had no idea how he survived. Interestingly, while Angelica was pretending to be a Force agent, Killjoy was also aware of her ruse from the get-go, but didn't say anything. She didn't know why he didn't expose her before Duet, but she definitely felt that he had less than noble intentions. As for the team itself, it has been temporarily disbanded, with the various members being demoted or placed on individual assignments. Most surprising of all, even though Angelica had posed as an agent and kept her powers a secret from everyone, the General, her father, wasn't mad. He actually hugged her for the first time since she was just a kid. His first words upon seeing her were, "Thank God you're not powerless." He even officially gave her the station of a Force Division Director. It actually made her feel uneasy. For much of her life, he had treated her like an afterthought, and now he was ready to give her the world. Well, to clarify, Angelica Justice, as Lieutenant Liberty, was the director of the Pro Hero Outreach Division, in which she was currently the single and only member, could easily be dismissed as an honorary division her father made up to keep her busy, but she felt like maybe she could still actually use Force's resources to do something meaningful. That being said, she still didn't trust her father. The entire mission in Duet was for the sake of smuggling Dualium out from under the Emperor's nose. They weren't there to help anyone. She would still dig deeper into what her father was planning going forward. And with that, Sparkstorm left, and our heroes still have some things that they want to do today. And that brings us to now. Alright, you guys have not reunited, I believe, right? Sparkstorm, you just left the Justice Mansion?
I think Sledgehammer and I were walking back to the car. Oh, and Big Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Iron was a big help with that riot shield.
Yeah. That is very true.
Yep.
So yeah, we were making our way back to the car.
All right. Okay, so where does everybody want to go right away? Because Frequency is leaving the Gibbs Mansion, and you guys are leaving, to the Justice Mansion.
What time of day are we talking? Like,
I feel like
dusk?
it's got to be getting on. Yeah, it's got to be like 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4 o'clock.
Really?
Did you think it was earlier?
No, I thought it was like 7 p.m. With how much we've done in this day already?
I mean, it was a packed schedule, but I think we still have some time for house hunting. I personally have some time for a nap.
I don't remember us having anywhere to meet, so I'm just going to head back to my, technically the other guy's house that I stole from him.
Who you're going to break out of jail.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I feel like that kind of favor, he owes you a house.
Well, technically, I stole his house before I got him arrested because, yeah, I also kind of got him arrested.
Oh, yeah.
You're just keeping it warm for him. Like keeping the seat warm. Keeping his favorite butt groove in the couch there.
Yeah.
You have a shape-shifting butt? I don't remember that being one of your powers.
He's keeping part of the butt groove warm.
Okay.
All right.
I can only
So
just
frequency-
picture the Simpsons episode when the hobo
So-
locks them out.
It's like fingerprints, you know? You gotta... Whatever. It's an important thing. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
All right. Well, frequency. You get back to the place you're staying at. And the meta men in there.
Yeah.
There are 3 of them, and they're just like, normally they're pretty wary and they have guns raised, but I feel like at this point, they've somehow managed to sense when it's you. And they seem kind of just doing chores in the house, cleaning things, doing some housekeeping as you basically told them to do.
Yeah.
Did you-
That's their job, is to keep the house clean because they're basically useless for anything else.
Did you tell them that you were planning a jailbreak?
No.
I don't think he told him
All right.
anything.
Yeah,
No.
I really don't talk to his men other than, that one command I gave him to, keep the house clean.
Yeah.
It treats them as Roombas. How much do you tell your Roomba?
They essentially are just humanoid Roombas.
Right, fair enough.
But they can get in the nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
And they don't get stuck on corners.
Well, I'm sure they
That's-
have their days.
Anyways, I guess we can leave Sparkstorm at that. Frequency at that. Sparkstorm.
Yeah.
And Sledge. What are you doing?
I don't have. My dad went to work. My mom told my mom we were headed over to Angelica's house. So I think we're good. Yeah, because I asked Sledge if we could check out warehouses, so I have some place to work on my mech. So I think now is the best time to do that. I say that to him as we're walking back. I'm like, hey, you think good time to go check out those warehouses? I know it's Sunday, but people are looking to rent.
Sure.
Yep.
How are you at giving directions?
I have a GPS.
Oh no, I mean like telling Maurice where to go. I'm gonna rest my eyes for a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of did get fucked up a little bit, didn't you?
A little bit.
Just a little.
What? Being real, I got 2 HP. I'm pretty messed up.
See, I'm kind of cool like that because I only got hit like twice in total.
I'm not good with lasers. So yeah, I'm pretty much holding my liver in place while just gonna recline the seat, let Maurice do the driving. You tell
you don't
Maurice
have
where
any-
to go.
You don't have any elemental DR, do you?
I mean a little, but not enough when it comes to what was it, Super Supreme? Who the hell?
Supremo.
Supremo. Yeah. Where is it? Elemental DR 2. Yeah, no. Not when I was taking 25 a hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I think I can make do. And we get in the car, say hi to Bob. And you don't have, in this time frame, there wouldn't be USBs in the car yet. So I take a plug thing and I connect it to my gridometer. And I enter. What kind of fast food restaurants are we talking in Century City here?
You're asking the people in the car?
No, I'm asking the DM.
Okay.
What are my options
well,
when I'm putting in fast food in the GPS?
Are you going to try and weekend at Bernie's my sleeping ass through a sandwich royalty?
Okay, well, there's Century Burger that serves the burger of the century. They're a bit out of the way, but you could put that on your route. There's a few gas stations spread around. You can come across any of them without making any detours. They all generally have the same inventory.
There's Milk Product Princess. Nope, no, that's bad. I was trying to come up with a Dairy Queen, but legally safe, but that was absolutely not okay.
That sounded more like a gentleman's club.
Yep. Heard it when I said it. It was bad.
Just Diane's.
There's Diane's. She cooks up whatever she's got in the fridge. No, it's like Diane's. Yeah, there.
Pan Global House of Breakfast.
Ooh. Not so much fast food, but I like it.
There's some other generic places that I haven't had. I just can't. No names coming to me right now.
You can always hit up the Silver Arches.
Oh, there's Gizmo subs. Modify your sub like you would a Gizmo.
I say out loud. Are you guys?
I had the meatball sub with a grappling hook. It was pretty good.
I'm like, you guys feeling a sub or a burger? I take a pull out of the car. It is dinner time.
I feel like Gunshow's more of a burger guy. But
Yeah.
he's like currently food pregnant with 800 Slim Jims.
He needs
So
a
I
little
don't know.
variety in his diet.
Some
hold on.
fiber, for the love of God.
It's been about 2 hours since I ate all those Slim Jims. I got my appetite back.
This man ate a leaf of lettuce, he would explode.
Yeah, he was scarfing those things down. But yeah. So are you guys driving to any of those places?
I'm asking. I'm pulling the car. See what hype is about.
Right now, Century Burger is probably the most popular fast food place in Century City.
Sure, I typed that in. So basically, I'm connecting. I have like the GPS making a route on my gridometer, and I'm plugging it directly into like the ear of Maurice.
All right.
Oh, he can hear you. He understands what we're saying. He just can't. Well, he understands most of what we're saying. He just can't talk back. It's beeps, boops, and chirps.
But
Does Sparkstorm know this more than anybody, considering he's the one who installed the damn thing?
no, Maurice kind of installed himself.
Yeah, we sort of just like opened the hood and like, go on, buddy, and he just got all up in there.
He's one with the car. The car is Maurice now.
Yeah.
But like, I've seen this car go, and I don't know if I could tell it directions fast enough if I'm looking at a map. So it might be easier if the map tells Maurice itself.
Maurice is bilingual that way. You can speak to him, or you can type to him.
Hey, Maurice, can you see outside of the vehicle?
Aren't you asleep?
Not yet.
Not yet, but like,
Well, he doesn't even have to.
I don't know.
So that's the thing. He doesn't even have to see with the GPS tracking. He just knows.
Well, I'm just saying, if he can see the speed limit signs, and if he knows what the red octagons mean, like, we should be okay.
That's a good point. Can he
With the
follow
whole-
the laws?
So with your gridometer out, you actually get kind of like a bit of a message. It seems like it's in binaries, ones and zeros, but Sparstorm, since you're so smart, you can roll a check to read it. Let's see.
Do I really need to roll?
That sounded kind of hypocritical. Since you're so smart,
You're so smart.
you can kind of read it.
What do I have? What's the DC? You're looking at my character sheet just as some pick one.
You pass it.
That's what I was gonna say. Does my modifier take it?
Smart.
You're so smart. Why don't you just read it? So you see all these ones and zeros, and
It's like the Matrix.
You see
thing.
that? You see that? Maurice is sort of trying to communicate that it doesn't know what any of the signs mean. It's got a general awareness around it this whole time. Sledge has been doing the driving.
Oh well, don't replicate any of that. The way I drive is not generally okay.
It's willing to learn, though.
Do I know how to drive?
You're like what?
Oh my god, driver's ed with a self-drive. Oh god, yes.
Well, I'm like 16.
Yeah, you've
Holy
taken some
shit.
drive. In theory, you know how to drive. You've taken courses.
Hey, as long as I can sit in the driver's seat and tell Maurice slow down or like stop, I could do that. I'm pretty sure he's not going to hit anybody.
I just put my hand on the dashboard. Maurice, please. If he's gonna drive you into something, override it. Don't hit anything. Please take care of yourself. Oh my god.
So then
You're voluntarily in the car with this clusterfuck.
Here's the thing. This is the first time I let someone else drive Maurice.
quote unquote
But
drive.
in all
Before Maurice
reality,
was Maurice.
I was gonna
No
say
one
he
touches
hasn't been
my car.
Maurice for very long.
No one touches my car. You know how I feel about people touching my car.
In all reality, I don't even have to be in the driver's seat. As long as I can see
And-
the dash.
No.
And on top of
no,
that, the last guy
out
didn't
of
really
game, I
touch the
feel it's
car.
better if you're behind the wheel.
Sorry, remember what?
The last guy didn't really touch his car. He just laser beamed it.
Yeah.
Let's
sure.
not go down that path again. That was a very bad sledge.
I didn't punch a hole in that guy.
You didn't.
The little copper-laden lead projectile that left the barrel of my gun punched a hole in the guy.
I don't even think that punched a hole in him.
Well, I didn't shoot. I haven't shot anyone recently. I don't like shooting people.
Okay, so I sit in the driver's seat and Sledge sits in the passenger seat and like reclines a little bit.
I was just saying, that's the closest you got to becoming a secret villain.
It was. Is it like a fortitude save to see if I can sleep during this?
For the first part of it. We don't have that long of a drive before you get woken up if you do fall asleep.
Or would that be a will save to see if I can just maintain my chill?
It could be a dual save. Why not? I mean, it's...
I'll go with will save.
Yeah. Okay, will
That
save.
feels more right.
Make your save.
Surprisingly cool with it. Okay.
Are super at ease. You're ready to let Sparkstrom take the reins and drive Maurice.
You must feel special, Sparkstorm.
I kind of want to amend that and say he feels more confident that Maurice is not going to kill himself.
Yeah, I feel like Maurice has enough self-preservation that like it should be okay.
Yeah.
So, the plan is Maurice has the directions via the gridometer. I'm holding the steering wheel, and if he's about to miss a turn, I'll just give him a nudge. I'm not like the gas. I have my foot like maybe on the brake. But
oh, come on, this is driving practice.
Okay.
You're still studying to get your temps, right?
Yeah. Okay, fine.
No one can tell I'm sleeping with the shades on. We're good.
I start driving the car with Maurice making sure that he stays alive.
And while your driving modifier is really high, just because your technical skill is high, you haven't actually driven a car for real, so I'm going to have you roll 3 driving checks on your way to
He's played
Century.
a shitload of desire for velocity.
Nice cover right there. Nice.
Oh my god, it took me a second. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're trying not to channel your inner player and just drive like the books say. Unless you are trying to break a bunch of speed limit laws, but roll 3 driving checks using your driving modifier.
That feels like when you're playing Ultra Steel Cars and you just decide like, you know, I'm gonna drive nice this time. And that lasts for like 10 minutes and then you're like, screw this.
That took me longer than it
you
should
get
have.
sick of it waiting.
Well, no, here's the thing in Ultra Steel Cars. The way everyone else drives, they are just kamikazing directly into you.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
It's nuts.
I saw an article. This police officer played that game, and the whole purpose was to not break any laws. And I guess it said the article said she lasted like 15, 20 minutes before she broke her first law.
That's pretty good.
But it wasn't even that she broke the law. It was that the other car hit her, and then the cop started chasing her, and she got her first star from it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Anyway, I got a 19, 34, and a natural 20.
It's just like reading a book. All the knowledge that you've accumulated just by like studying how to drive a car seems to have carried over perfectly. Closest you got to any sort of accident was noticing a stop sign. A little late, but you still stopped in time.
Alright, I pull in the drive-thru.
Alright. Welcome to Century Burger, home of the burger of the century. How may I be of service?
That man sounds so enthused. He is just loving life.
I mean, everyone who works at one of these places is like 5 minutes from just jumping off the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yep. Alright, I'll take 3 number 9s with some large Cokes. I'll take 2 number 5s, 2 Diet Cokes, and 3 large shakes. What else do you guys want?
Make my burger a quadruple.
I already ordered you 2 number 5s.
Did you make those quadruples?
Can you make 2 of the number 5s quadruple burgers?
He knows what he's about.
Bob says, do they have any oil?
You guys still got Bob with you? I thought he was being fixed.
No, he hasn't been fixed yet. He's been chilling in the backseat this whole time.
Wow.
Like that when Supremo was like lasering the car, he was there.
I figured the very, very rage-proven Bob probably would have jumped out of the car if he got laser beamed.
I'll be honest.
car took the laser beam for him, if it got to him, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, he wasn't damaged at all.
In a weird request, can I get like a large cup of your like grease, oil, something like that?
And then like you can hear like the mic kind of like blip a little bit as he's talking to his manager. Probably asking what he's supposed to even charge for that.
Yeah, that's the realest shit ever. Yeah, no, that's absolutely how that would go. There isn't a button for that. What do I do?
And after like about 20 awkward seconds, he comes back, just says, sure, we'll give you a bucket of grease.
Thank you. And I just pull around.
All right.
I don't even wait for like the total. I just pull around.
That smell's never gonna come out, Bob.
All right. And after about 6 minutes, semi-fast food finally arrives. And you all got your burgers. It comes out to about $15.
Yeah, I'll throw him a 20.
This is. He kind of just looks at it. It's just like, huh. Don't usually get tipped. But he takes it. Says, hey, thanks. Enjoy your burgers.
Being respectful of the car, I kind of just like grab it all and like set it on the hood and just like pull off to the side. I'm like, all right, this ain't my car, so I'm just gonna eat out here real quick and suggest them, because I don't know if Gun Show is a clean or messy eater, and
I'm gonna go with messy.
It's just take a second. You'll see he's got multiple grease stains on his What is he wearing? Like a fucking sleeveless, like a wife beater.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Wife beater and like camo cargo pants.
Yeah, exactly.
That is his uniform.
And it's got so many stains, some of which failed to get washed out, and some of which just haven't been washed for a while.
And tell Bob to come out, because I don't want that grease to get everywhere. We'll throw that in the trunk when we're done.
It's getting everywhere, man.
At least if it's outside, it's easy to spray off.
Bob is one leaky fool right now. Oh god.
So
you just see Disco kind of rolling in his dreams, going, so much grease.
Yeah, the upholstery is never going to be the same again.
I mean, I tell Disco, hey, I got you some food too. Come on.
All right, and Bob kind of he I want to say retches out of your car, like he almost trips over himself. You see his joints seem stiff. And he pulls himself up. You kind of hear like kind of a screech from his joints. He just says, it's been too long since I've applied lubrication.
That doesn't sound like an innuendo at all.
Hey, he's had
Not
a
at
dry
all.
spell. It's, it happens to the best of us.
I agree.
Also, am still damaged. And then he begins to apply some of that grease from the bucket delicately to some of his joints. He understands that this is not premium quality grease, and he doesn't put it anywhere too delicate.
Yeah, no, it'll attract rats.
So yeah, we'll eat. I wake Sledge so he can eat, and
Nothing tastes as good as my organs stitching them back together feels. I'm just gonna lay here and heal. Thanks for the food. I'll take it later.
then I give him. Well, in that case, I'll give him the bag of his food, put it on his lap, and he could put it on the floor or something, and then do a little cleanup, and then get back in the car.
Real quick, Sportsman, what did you actually order for yourself and eat?
You're gonna get gut checked. You're about to have Century Burger poops, similar to the Bell poops.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the tomatoes on your burger, did you?
I got number 2 with a shake. And
yeah, you're gonna about to have number 2 with the shakes.
All right. Well, in that case, you get a temporary bonus to your HP and NP. The burger gave you a temporary increase to HP, so it's just a burger. I'm gonna say it's 2 temporary HP. And the shake gave you another 2 temporary HP, but
it's not just a burger; it's burger of the century.
It's the burger of the century. In spite of these bonuses, it is still fast food. Roll a fortitude save.
I gotta poop yourself.
I hope not. It's not my car.
Oh god, the upholstery's never gonna be the same. Oh no!
You really have to go.
And that
it
one.
feels like it just went right through you.
I run inside.
All right. It takes you a good... You get to it. All the stalls are occupied for like a minute. You're like fucking banging on walls. You hear a flush. Somebody gets out of the stall. Oh my god, it's like immediate relief, but you need to take your time. So you're stuck in there for about 15 minutes.
Oh, normal.
That's actually pretty quick for a regular poo.
Is it?
No.
I take like a 20-minute poo on a regular basis.
Yeah, but this is like 15 minutes of consistent shotgun blast.
Yeah, when I'm at
Yeah, it's a bit different.
when I'm at home, like yeah, I could take my time. I'm at work, like I could knock that shit out in like 6 or 5 minutes.
Well, I make sure I feel pretty decent before I get out.
All right.
Thanks for
So, yeah,
tuning into
Clark,
Pootcast,
they need more
your
toilet paper.
weekly podcast about bowel movements.
So that's a little bit more time eaten out of your day. It's about 5 now. You guys just ate your fast food.
All right.
I feel like Gun Show's immune.
Probably.
I can't roll for him, but
Oh no,
pretty sure
like
he's-
I mean, you eat
He's a-
enough fast food, you don't get the fast food poos anymore.
yeah,
he's
don't
acclimatized to
happen.
it. He just eats straight garbage.
Especially after
Yeah,
all
like
those
that's-
Slim Jims earlier, like
Like raccoons outside of like medical hospitals like shudder at the things he eats.
he's probably eaten some expired food occasionally.
It's not a good day.
So yeah. I'm just imagining he's going to the gas station to buy some Slim Jims. One of the packets just has holes in it. He's too lazy to move his hand over an inch for the nice clean pack and just grabs the one.
Oh
with
no, I'm
holes.
sure he's just like, hey, these are in discount, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can't sell those to you. It's like, I'm not asking.
So it's garbage then, right? It's free? Anyways, yeah. So it's a little bit later in the day now. It's about 5. You can see the sun's getting real low.
Sun's
What is-
getting low, big guy.
Oh yeah. But it's not nighttime.
well, I'm gonna look through the listings of the ones and find out which ones like the office is open later. You gave like 4 of them, 4 or 5, and whichever one at the office is closing the earliest, I'll go there first.
All right. I only remember 3 of them.
There's the trailer
We got-
park, the dock, or like yeah, basically where Gunshow lives. Then the docks, then the university, and there was another like middle tier one
All right.
that I remember.
Okay, roughly 4 of them. So right now you guys are. Let's look where you are on the map. You guys just left this place. Oh yeah, you're close to the trailer park. In fact, I'd say that Century Burger was right around here, ish.
I don't know what your opinion is. Well, technically,
Uh,
we were up here at my house.
Oh yeah, you left. Right, you went all the way to here, the Justice Estate, which I don't have a token for. Oh, so yeah, you're all the way up here. Okay, so the closest would be the coastal one, right here.
That would be convenient.
All right, we're ping again, and we'll head there. Okay.
All right. You get there, and they're still open. You got kind of a dock worker working outside. Seems to be an unused warehouse right outside a shipping yard. You got fishermen hauling up things from the piers and stuff, but not to this warehouse. And you got kind of just one guy who's cleaning up around the place, and he notices you. And he says, "Oh, you're here pretty late. Are you here about the warehouse?" He says, like, a little, like, unsure.
Yeah, I saw you listing online. It said that you were still open for like interviews, like time-wise, in the day.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody's come over since, well, all the attacks from the fishmen about a month ago. In fact, that's exactly why this warehouse is on sale.
Ooh, on
No
sale.
use for it. Well, on sale as the listed price. Nobody was buying it at the previous price.
Because the first words out of his mouth were, "Oh, hey," because of the fisherman attack.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate full disclosure, but like, not a great salesman.
Oh, I don't own this place. I just work here. Appreciate you not telling.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
Appreciate you not telling my manager that. Or
I won't say a word.
The dock master. I don't know what you call somebody who fucking is a foreman of dock working. But yeah.
Meta-wise, before we start the negotiations or talking, whatever. How long would it take to do the modifications that I want to do?
No, full meta, you would have to buy it out before you're allowed to make any adjustments. Otherwise, renting it is $400 monthly. It's pretty spacious though, so you may not need to make any adjustments.
No. I'm saying like my mech suit, the mech. How long would it take to make the modifications to the mech?
What modifications do you want to make?
I told you that I have to strip the enchantments that are on it and then I'm doing the what were the ones?
Well, you want to disenchant it and then shrink it down to like kind of like this mid-size.
Well, it's gonna be two basically two shrinks. What's the name of it?
Micronization?
Yeah, that's up there. Yeah, casting two. It's gonna be full size. I'm gonna cast micronization at twice, so it goes down to pocket size, and then the size for a one-man person. And I'm gonna actually have to like, I think, do some hardware stuff, and I don't think that's a enchant. And then I have to put the. Is it only the respawn one that's on it? Otherwise,
yeah, it's got the respawn one, and yeah, it's micronized right now. Yeah, I think that's about it.
because you told me I had to debug it to strip everything Otherwise, if I did modifications, if I respawned, it wouldn't stick. So I had to do the modifications first. But I want to make it so that I can operate it at like a small size. Like there's the pocket size, there's the 1-man size, and then the 3-man size is the full size.
Right. Yeah, I think it actually does have a respawn enchantment on it, but not to here. I think it will respawn in Duet if that ever gets called into play. So you definitely need to disenchant it to get rid of that.
Yeah, but like the hardware modifications, so I can reroute stuff and have it work in both full size and 1-man size. How long would that take?
The disenchantments would actually... Well, the enchanting process is pretty quick if you have the materials and skill. About an hour tops. The hardware stuff, that'd be about a week of diligent work from a crew. If you're sitting alone, about maybe 3 weeks.
Okay. So I'm looking that I'd probably like a month.
Yep.
Okay. Not like working 12 hours a day every day for 3 weeks.
Most mechs are handled by a crew of technicians. If you plan on tackling the solo, about a month. With your skills, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and I don't really know of a crew that can handle this mech.
Does Bob know anything?
He might.
Yeah, Bob might know stuff.
Well, we gotta fix Bob
Wanna
first.
ask? Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just thinking, like, if I'm talking timeline, like, negotiate with the guy on, like, lease length, I need to know how much time I have to have for the work.
Yeah, so
Well, and it's by the docks. How by the docks is it?
like not right on the water. I'd say it's about a good maybe 50 feet from the pier.
That's pretty
Oh,
close.
so it'd be kind of a pain to get a submarine in here.
I mean, they got tools for that, haulers and stuff. But yeah, it would have to get out of the water.
I suppose it would be a legally obtained submarine, so it's not, something that has to be done surreptitiously.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be on the DL if you brought a sub to this place, but you could bring a sub to this place.
All right. Well, so then, yeah, talking with the guy. How much was it for? Did the listing say for this one? I know this is the most expensive.
100 weekly, well, 400 monthly, and $2,000 to buy out.
Oh, it's 400 for the month.
Yep.
You guys have security in here too?
Just the dock workers wondering about, and I mean, we're pretty quick to get on top of anything fishy. He laughs at his pun.
I snicker at it. I'm like, that was pretty good. I asked him for like an application or whatever, and I jot down some notes. And then hop back in the car and head to the next one.
All right. There's a coastal one. You got the trailer park one. The uptown one is probably closer. And that is... yes, further south. Map scroll. Okay. It's right around down here. And that'll be about another half-hour drive. It's after that talk to the dock worker. It's about 6 o'clock. But you do see the warehouse in question. You don't see anybody around it to take questions or discuss anything, but you recognize the building from the listings. It's big. It's pretty big. It's kind of a skyscraper, not like a ginormous one, but I'd say at least 10 stories. And it looks like it's got pretty good fortification. You do see some security guards kind of like just walking around. And
I try to find like a leasing office or something.
all right, yeah, there was a little what do you call it? Kind of like this little offshoot from the structure with what looks like an out office with a notice board in front of it.
I approach it.
All right, and it says property listing hours 9 to 5 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, so we should have come here first.
You still might not have made it.
Might keyword there.
Yeah, you would have caught whoever operates this place like as they were leaving.
Well, I mean, I have faith in Maurice. When Sledge is driving.
Yeah.
Say easy there, Leadfoot.
Well, crap. Missed this one. Is there any like paperwork or whatever outside, or do I have to come back when it's open? Besides the listing that's online.
Yeah, I don't. There's no paperwork. You're just gonna have to show back up when it's open.
Get in the car a little upset. I'm like, man, they don't even have hours for crap. Place looks really nice though, from the outside.
Yeah, it's pretty upscale. In fact, you even see what looks like some pro heroes wondering about somebody in capes. Turn a corner up there. Nobody you recognize, but it does seem like it's patrolled by capable people.
Okay. I guess the trailer park then?
There's a trailer park, but there was also we did have a fourth location. Midtown, right around here, the very shady area of Century City. And the price was open to negotiation. And you get outside, and you kind of just see somebody leaning up against a street lamp with a cigarette outside the listed location, and nobody else. But it is getting late, so it's getting a little low, and this is a shady area of town. You can roll perception check.
With all that said, has it been long enough for a short rest?
So yeah.
How much health do I regain?
Short rest, I'll give you 20%.
All right.
I know that's not how D&D normally does it, but
It's better than where I was at.
Better than 2.
all right. Sledge, do you want to interject at all?
I'm gonna step out of the car, and I'm not gonna let Sparkstorm go by himself. Like,
Are you dressed as a cop?
no.
He's in his civvies.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the third option, which is just leisure suit and sunglasses. Nothing fancy, but you know.
All right. So the guy smoking the cigarette, he tosses out and says, like, Hey, you guys here for something?
What did I get for my perception check of 17?
Oh, you notice that there's some other people in the alley over there, right to where he is. They don't seem to be watching you, but they're present. Yeah, it definitely seems like there's more eyes on you than what's presented. You got some cars parked along the roads with people in them not doing anything.
Before we even step out of the car, I see if Sledgehammer is kind of like conscious.
Feeling a little better.
Like I'm
I'm
looking.
sure during that I even had that burger.
Like I'm looking at some place to work on that mech that we fought in Duet. I want to make some modifications. I'm not getting good vibes from this place.
Yeah, good instincts. This isn't a great place. But I mean, you can check it out.
I mean, I suppose better be thorough than not.
Check my revolver, make sure it's loaded. Should be fine. Don't worry about it.
So yeah,
Come back to gun show. I'm like, hey, shit goes south. Back us up.
Oh yeah, I know this part of town. And you see he's already cradling his big ass gun in the back seat.
yeah. I guess we talked to the person and he said that. I'm like responding to what he said. I'm like, there. It looked like there was a warehouse for rent over here.
The show is. What are you looking for? What are you looking to pay?
Something a couple stories tall. Taller better than necessarily wide.
Tall, not wide. Alright. I got something in mind. I get you in contact with the right sort for a place like that. But 600 monthly.
Yeah.
It's safe. Safest place in Century City.
How do you figure that?
Trust me, Mayor's got big prospects there.
The mayor?
Oh yeah.
I turned to Sparkstorm. Hey man, don't say that loud. Like, be cool.
Do we get a chance to look at it so I know what I'd be renting?
Give you the address. Nobody's gonna negotiate until you decide you like it. All I can give you aside from that is some photos of the inside. But trust me, it's on the up and up. So long as you're cool. If you know what I'm saying.
I have a kind of puzzled look on my face. This isn't Sparkstorm's like wheelhouse.
Saying some things might happen around that warehouse, and if you see them happen, turn the other way.
Okay. I'm no snitch.
That's
These
all I'm
parts
saying.
turning your head is bad for your neck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Uh, how about do you got those pictures?
Sure. He approaches you and hands you some photos. You can tell he's got kind of his hand on his hip as he gets close to you, but doesn't do anything threatening. And you
It's
look.
like, oh no, his hand's on a gun. Whatever. Oh wait, Sparkstorm isn't like me. Okay, I'll pay attention.
And you look, it's actually pretty spacious. The photos are not great quality. It's kind of grainy. The lighting quality could be a lot better. This wasn't taken by a photographer, you can tell.
Like an
but
off-brand Polaroid.
Yeah. It looks like it's a pretty big building. You could probably even take an educated guess which building if you wanted to. It looks good. It looks bigger than the dock warehouse. If only slightly, and only because of the photos.
Whoever
But
took
not-
these photos is used to trying to make things look bigger.
But it doesn't necessarily look wider. In fact, you can't tell how exactly wide it is.
I mean, I 600 little steep. Honestly, a nice even 5 might be might be interested.
5. Roll Haggle. Is that a skill? I don't think I have that in here.
You have persuasion.
Hmm.
Tell you what, the concept of your mech getting a new surprise paint job from being around these parts is kind of great.
Oh, there's a Hagel here. Did you just update that?
Yeah, it was something else before that, but it wasn't something I was ever going to use for anything.
Contacts.
So yeah, yep.
That's not necessarily good, but fair. A 12.
No can do. 600. That's primo real estate, and you're not the only person looking for it.
Well, I can't commit right now. I have to track the other fish in the pond, you know?
I appreciate your lingo. Come back before the end of the week. We got too many interested buyers to keep it open that much longer.
Also, is that buying outright or is that a 1 month rent or lease?
Buying out? That would be...
The 600, is that a 1 month lease then?
Yeah, that's 1 month.
Okay.
Buying out would be 3K.
I'm looking for like a month.
600? You can bet whatever you're putting in there, no one's gonna see. And he winks at you. It's not like a a seductive wink. It's like a hey.
All right. Well, I might be back. Thank you.
He tips his cap. He's got a little bowler cap on. It says, "Yeah, thank me when you decide to buy or rent."
All right, and I like slowly back up into the car.
All right. And Guncho kind of just says, "Well, that went better than I expected. How come no one's dead yet?"
It's called restraint.
Right. Yep.
We're
Probably that's probably the only reason I'm alive, actually. Point taken.
Once everyone's in the car, I just start pulling away. Like, not sure about that one. Definitely has the room for it.
I mean, I'm sure it does. I worked at sorts like that. They got warehouses all over the place.
Yeah, if you're looking for something in that kind of neighborhood, I'm sure I could find us an old drug lab that got taken out. Sure, we could get that pretty cheap. Not sure if it has the verticality you're looking for, but
Yeah, I mean the verticality is kind of what's needed. You were in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's taller than it is fat. That's for sure.
Who were the runners again?
The runners?
Frequency and who? Guncho?
What do you mean? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Frequency
yeah.
and Guncho were runners in the mech games.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I guess he did see it at the end. Or he
I
did see that.
suppose as long as Frequency's on the team, it doesn't matter who else was there.
Yeah, Guncho was just there to help. Frequency did most
He
of the
provided
work.
a decent amount of materials, to be completely honest. It just wasn't as much as I did.
Yeah. We were clearing most of it out. He was just kind of cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I'm gonna head over to the trailer park. See what they have.
All right. You drive onto the trailer park. By the time you get there, it's getting late. It's like 7. And I don't have a token for it, but it is right around here. If you're pinging lower left-hand corner, yep.
All right, we roll up.
You roll up, and it's a pretty quiet place. You see some people drinking outside, some people grilling food out as the sun's getting low. Just kind of people living their lives at trailer parks. It's weirdly peaceful, but there are also some sketchy-looking people. Some people scratching themselves a bit too much. You know what I'm saying? And just looking around skittishly, but nobody
Shampoo and a fine-tooth comb will knock that right out.
But nobody seems jumpy or like directly violent. And you get to the location you're getting to, and you kind of just see somebody sitting outside a trailer. He looks like he's sleeping, but he's sitting inside of a rocking chair right outside of it. Got like a pipe hanging out of his mouth and a cap hanging out over his eyes. Looks like an older fella. But this is the listed location. And you see by his side is like it's a dog. It's a big old dog. But the dog's awake and is panting. And it looks at you.
I mean, I slowly approach them and I go, "Hello, sir."
The guy doesn't immediately respond, and the dog sort of like paws at his leg. And you hear as the pipe falls out of his mouth, and he pulls the cap up over his head. And he just says, "What do you want?"
There's a listing for a warehouse around here to rent.
Shit. Was I sleeping? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right behind me. And he knocks the trailer right behind him.
The trailer's not big enough, right?
Doesn't look like it.
Like, does it grow any taller?
I mean, I dug out a basement. Been living here 20 years. Figured why not? Basement's a lot bigger than the trailer. Tell you what.
Can we take a look at it?
Got my interest.
Yeah. And he kind of slaps himself to knock the sleep out of him. And kind of walks you around to the side of the trailer, and he's actually got kind of like a hatch. It's not attached to the trailer. I wasn't going to dig a hole through the bottom of my trailer. But it's right here.
You know, fair.
And you walk on down, and he flips a switch. You kind of see some lights flicker as they start to turn on. Place kind of immediately smells kind of damp, humid. Might be a bit of mildew. He walks you down. And you see not every light down there is working. It's pretty wide, though. You know, it seems that he created a pretty spacious area, but it's only about 3 stories tops, if you're being generous. Dug it myself, he says.
Well, how tall is the mech? Is it 4?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Even applied the concrete myself.
Well, it looks like you did a pretty damn good job.
Hell yeah! Ran a business down here. Workshop. Till mayor took out all the work and wouldn't let me use the property for things like that.
A lot of cooking.
And he kind of waves his hand around. You see, maybe it's mostly empty. And he's got some random boxes in a corner. Yep, got plenty of space for things before I move.
How tall is this? Like, what, 3 stories?
Oh, shit. It's been years since I took measurements. He kind of looks up. Yeah, roughly 3 stories. Which is a story 10 feet, 8 feet.
I thought with the floor it's like 16. Because ceilings are usually like 12 feet. It also depends on if you're talking like residential or business.
Yeah, 10 to 15. It is a range. He says, yeah, it's about 25 feet.
How wide would you say? Maybe I could go horizontal.
100, easy.
So this would be more like operation.
Yeah, if you wanted to lay your robot down flat, or if it was already shrunk down, you could bring it here.
Well, I mean, when I debug it, it's gonna go to full size and stay that way for a while.
Yeah. This might not be the best place. But yeah, he says 100 wide, easily. And he seems as if he's being humble about that, because it does seem pretty wide. But yeah, 25 feet at most. He looks up and down. To your liking? I think you might like the price.
All right, let's hear it.
$50 a week, $200 a month, and just $1,000 to buy out.
I'm not sure it's tall enough for what I need. Might be able to get around it, but yeah, I'll have to think about this one. You got any paperwork, exchange contact info or something?
He kind of looks around and he walks over to the pile of rubbish that was in the corner of his warehouse, pulls out some post-it notes, scribbled down his number, address, name, the prices, and hands it to you on some post-it notes.
Love it. Alright, yeah, I got a couple more places to check out, but this is on the list. I'll tell you that.
Glad to hear. Just so you know, it's just me here. Not exactly a dangerous neighborhood, but people do wonder about. Just not trying to drive you away, just feel dishonest not to say.
No, I get it.
I don't have anybody on payroll to keep watch.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me know.
Right. Except for old Scout here, and he pats his dog.
Such a cutie. At that, I'll head back up and hop in the car.
Right. At that, it's about 7:30. I really don't think I had any other places.
No, I don't even remember the sketchy neighborhood one. But yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so those were all the ones that stood out. All the other listings were either like grayed out or unavailable for the time being. If you want to do deeper digging, if none of these seem appealing, there might be more available, but this is what's available right now.
All right. At that point, if Sledgehammer wants it, like is willing, I'll hand the reins over to his car or to Maurice to him.
All right, Sledge.
Yeah, I'll drive. Good to be back.
Bob, what did he say?
He just said, nothing like the feeling of familiarity.
All right, so it's what time is it?
7:38.
Yeah, 7:30.
That's just about your curfew, huh?
Yeah. I was hoping to have more time to check these out, but that didn't work out. I had a pretty packed day, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'll get you back in a hurry.
So, if nothing further happens, Sledge drives Sparkstorm safely to his house. Spark, you walk on in and, well, you notice your dad's car is in the driveway. And you walk in.
That's a little surprising. He's normally gone longer than that.
Yeah.
It's only been like 3 hours since he got called into work.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, in those 3 hours, he probably got 4 days worth of stuff done.
Shit. I forgot that I had that happen in the middle of the day or late in the day.
I mean,
Never
what is
mind.
time anymore?
Maybe he came back for break.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah. But you walk in, you kind of just see him sitting at in the living room. He looks up at you, and he kind of wipes the sweat from his brow. He's got his tie kind of undone. His collar seems a bit disheveled. Seems he was in the middle of taking, his tie off or something. But he really looks like he had a hell of a day at work. And he wipes some sweat from his brow. He says, "Oh, howdy, Chad. How was your day?"
Looks like a bit better than yours.
Yeah. Force is in quite the rush. What's happening in Brightsville? It's not the only thing Fang's up to. Apparently, they're acting up all over. That's all I can say.
They?
Fang. Sure, you've heard of them. At least they've been all over the TV.
Yeah, I haven't watched much TV lately.
Bunch of superpowered lunatics, terrorists. But they're a lot bigger than we thought.
I have a feeling I'm one of those lunatics that he's referencing.
Anyways, Forrest is got his hands tied dealing with things all over the country. Damn, the globe.
Well,
yeah, there's Brightsville, but we're stretched thin.
Well, I hope you don't work yourself too hard.
I'm mostly handling paperwork right now. There's a lot of it. Sorry, it's just been such a long day. I didn't mean to bring this up right now. You kind of just see him rub his forehead.
Well, I'll let you relax. Just check, saying hi that I'm here. I'm gonna head to my room.
Alright, and with that, Sparkstrom gets a restful sleep. Sledge returns to his apartments. Sledge, there's no begging person outside, but there's also no red balloons floating around either, so just quiet night outside.
That's equal parts nice and disconcerting, but I'm just gonna go with nice.
Take it you took a little bit of time to drop Gun Show off to his trailer.
Yeah, Gun Show and Bob.
Yeah, Gun Show and Bob. So yeah, you get about 9 o'clock at your place. You get plenty of time for a long rest before tomorrow's adventures.
Oh.
Alright, and with that concludes our session of Powerless. Our heroes. Yes, to quote Maurice, our heroes had a fairly uneventful day. Sparkstrom did some, what do you call it, headhunting, window browsing, for places to put his mech. Nothing terribly dangerous befell our heroes, and they have received a full night's rest. Well, the only dangerous thing was Century City's fast food.
Not to be underestimated.
Don't have to limit that to Century City.
Yeah, fast food in general. And with that, our heroes get a long rest without interruptions and will be ready to hit their next day going full speed, whatever they plan to do. So, find out what happens next time on Powerless.
Yay!
And that's that. I don't have anything else. You guys got?
Ready to take a nap.
Yeah, it's late.
I had my work day today was drive 2.5 to 3 hours in one direction to go walk down a site and look around the stuff for like 2 hours and then drive back. So I'd be there at 10, so I had to leave by like 7, which I normally don't get up till 9. At the nice part.
Yeah,
So-
nine would be. 9's a good time to get up.
Yeah, the problem is like it's not easy for me to fall asleep if it's before like right when I'm passing out. So I didn't go to bed till like 2:30, or I didn't fall asleep till like 2:30.
Oof, 2:30. It's rough.
So basically, got like 3 hours of sleep, and then I started like I think by the time I was driving back, I cracked up my second Monster. I had a cup of coffee at home, filled my travel mug, drank that all the way there, and then cracked a Monster and finished that like on the rest of the way there and while I was walking around. And even with the second one, I was like, I hit it pretty hard right off the bat, and I was still like feeling the tiredness on the drive home. So I think nap time.
Yeah. Ugh.
Maybe a nice little power nap.
Yeah. No, I feel I'm kind of out of it too. I think that's more like a funk, though. Been in a funk for a while.
I just blame the weather. It's always the weather's fault.
Yeah, there we go.
So.
All right. Well, yeah, nice chill sesh. Nothing crazy happened. That's always a victory in itself.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I mean, I would have kind of like sighed if a fight started to be like, okay. I didn't want to fight either.
That would have been rough.
Yeah.
Relying heavily on gunshot. I mean, I was quite decent. I don't even remember what my HP was.
I don't think you took any damage or lost any MP, really.
Oh, you're forgetting what we did in the morning. Wasn't this the morning that we fought Entertainer?
No, that was Saturday.
No.
Oh, that's Saturday? Oh, yeah, then I would have been fine. I would have taken the lead on the fight, yeah. I have had to. Maybe gun show.
You could have just let Bob out of the car.
He did just get recently greased.
Yeah, but he would go on a rampage.
I don't know how much would be left of the block.
I'm just saying, very meta wise. If you guys don't say Bob, Frequency's gonna be kind of upset.
Frequency did come up with Bob's name.
Dude, Frequency had everything to do with Bob until I gave him over to these two, and they let him go fucking berserk.
If we don't do something with Bob? Is that what you said?
If you don't fix him.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's on the agenda.
Is as close to Bob as Gun Show.
Yeah.
They went through some shit.
Come to think of it, the entire reason Bob's even like a thing in this campaign is because Frequency like bothered to bring him along in that initial intro dungeon that he was in, and then bothered to continue the quest with him in ArenaCon.
Well, that's on the to-do list. I guess was I supposed? I guess it depends if Bob is coming with on. Well, I mean, we already he went with Did he go with you, Sledgehammer, or did we just leave him in my garage?
He's with Gun Show.
Yeah, he's at Gun Show's place.
He and Gun Show are BFFs.
Because was it Saturday that you came by and I downloaded the stuff? Yeah, I'm supposed to work on that. We'll just say I did that tonight.
Yeah, you're 16. You can pull an all-nighter like it's nothing.
So you're saying RP-wise, your work? What are you doing right now?
The whole restoring the regenerative without and disconnecting it from blah 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 that you came up with.
You're gonna have to break that down for me a bit more in detail because my memory is not here.
This is what you said. His regenerative property is tied in with something or another, and I would have to like rewrite the code so that it's not tied together so that he can.
His regenerative ability was unlocked by the Apophis virus.
Yeah,
right.
We're trying to get that reactivated without reactivating the virus itself.
Right.
Yeah, that thing.
Yep, that checks out.
So, after I go to bed and my dad's in the living room, I'm gonna go upstairs. Remember, I have to do that, and then run back downstairs, and then kind of shuffle back downstairs into the garage because that's I download his memory or his code. I just have to play around with it before I fix it in him.
Okay. You do have to debug. You have to do a disenchant on him.
Yeah, that's later. We're done with the session. I'm just meta-wise, that's what I guess we'll start with.
Next time on Powerless.
Sparkster finally does the thing with Bob.
Phrasing?
Yeah, phrasing. He does the thing.
Hours of keyboard noises.
Yeah, that's better.
The soothing green glow of an old school CRT.
Oh yeah.
So good.
So nice.
But alright guys.
Alright.
It was fun. We good for what is next week?
The 30th.
The first.
The first.
It'd have to be Thursday next week. I'm leaving Friday. I have a wedding.
I'm always ready on Thursdays. Oh wait, you said it has to be a Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, I'm leaving town Friday. Somehow I did not get done with all my weddings the last 2 years.
Or your weddings. You're a very busy person. All right. Yeah, Thursdays work just fine.
Well, we'll plan for that then.
All
right, Thursday.
Thursday it is. See you guys then.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Man Bear.
Bye.
All right. I normally wouldn't end the stream, but I am feeling something rough right now. So I'm actually gonna call it there. I'm gonna go take a nap, because probably play some games later. So, but yeah, I need to take a quick power nap because I did not get nearly enough sleep. So, I will talk to y'all later.